Finding a job today is difficult. Finding a job in your 50s and 60s is a whole other ballgame. Today I want to share with you 3 things that I did that I think made a difference in me finding employment at the young age of 61. And stick around because the third one you may be surprised by. Hi, I'm Kim. I'm a proud Canadian, and my channel is about sharing our journey of rebuilding after huge financial loss and how we are stretching our resources and saving our money and time where we can in order to rebuild our life and lifestyle at a later point in life. Let's get down to it. Step number 1. After I started applying for jobs, I'd been applying for about 3 months or so. I was getting nowhere with my traditional resume and cover letter. I thought, what can I do? Because I felt as though it was dated. So I decided I took out the dates that I had worked at specific places and I replaced it by years of experience. That was number 1. That way people couldn't just look at when I was graduating, when I was at this position and that position and automatically say, oh, they're older. The next thing I did was, in the interest of saving time, because it is competitive out there and you are competing against people 20, 30 years younger than you, I created 3 separate resumes, each highlighting the area that I was applying to. I had 3 different areas of experience, and I was applying for 3 different types of jobs. So because I didn't have the dates anymore, it wasn't in chronological order, I moved, if I was applying for one position, I moved that experience right up to the top, front and center. That I found was really helpful because when they're getting it through, when they're getting the resume, all they're seeing is your specific experience and how many years you did the position. I did that partly too because I had a business and I was guilty of looking at the dates on people's resumes and determining right off the bat whether or not they were older or not. And then finally, the third, and I think the thing that you might find surprising, is I addressed the elephant in the room. I'm not a patient person. I had been through 2 interviews. The first interview went great, and I hadn't had an interview in 17 years. I prepped for it. I looked up questions on YouTube and, what they might ask, how to answer things. I rocked in the interview. I know I did. I felt really good about it. Anyways, they skipped forward 3 weeks later. I didn't get the job. I was devastated. I actually called HR and said, could you give me some feedback? You know what their feedback was? We don't have any feedback other than you did really well on the interview. Okay, so then why didn't I get the job? I had the experience. I had done that specific job in the past. Didn't get the job. Second interview, and that first one was done by Zoom. Second interview I got same thing. I had done the position before. It was the same job, different organization. Had a Zoom interview. Felt I did well in the interview, but I did not get the job. By this time, I was getting annoyed because, that something was creeping into my head that I hated to think about, but I knew maybe it was my age. So after the second interview, I said to myself, the next interview you have, you're going to bring it up. So lo and behold, I got another interview. And this time I thought, I am bringing up the elephant in the room. So I went in, I did the interview. It was great. I felt really good about it. And as it was winding down, I thought, okay, Kim, now's the time, say it. So I said, I understand I'm older, but that doesn't mean that I can't work or that I don't want to work. I need to work right now. I will not be retiring anytime soon, and I want you to know that. And guess what? The person interviewing said to me, thank you for bringing that up, because I will admit that is what I was thinking. Now, they can't bring it up, but you can. And if I didn't bring that up, maybe I wouldn't have got that job either. But lo and behold, that was the job that I got. Boom. I was thrilled. Anyways, a year later, I am still employed there. It's been great. And I just want to say, don't sell yourself short. Even though we're older, we have a lot to bring to the table. And don't be afraid to talk about it. Let them know that you want to work. Anyways, I hope that you got some value from this. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you have something to share with me about finding jobs later in life, please put it in the comments. I'd love to hear. And consider subscribing to my channel. Thanks, and have a great day. Bye for now.